I appreciate you all, my people. To be honest, this one shocked me. It shocked me because I was one of the people that I'm a very emotional person, though. That felt how he died alongside his wife and his son at the same time on that helicopter crash in America. But listen, guys, like I say, this country is a country where anybody that got the opportunity, they pack the money, they don't care. Do you know, say now every 12 in the midnight, now bank they take charges for my account. Now they receive a lot. 100 naira charges, 150 charges, 250 naira charges, 80 naira charges. Did every day. Because they know if you have to call bank for 90 naira or 100 naira, you will pay more money on your credit to call them. If you have to go to the bank to complain of 200 naira taken from your account, you will pay more on petrol to drive there. Every day. I've asked myself so many times that who is monitoring these people? Is there any kind of regulation body that is monitoring these people while they're collecting money from citizens, how they like? My people, I say every day, I must see Allah for midnight, see they take money from my account. Anyway, I would like to learn from my panelists. Although this is shocking. 106 houses in London. We are not too sure. Maybe this matter not can be like Abasha Wahala, Abasha loot. Where they still they return to tomorrow, we never still finish. But why is it that human beings are so greedy? Human beings are greedy, selfish, heartless. Why? Especially in my own country where I came from, Nigeria. Why is it always like that? You want to make the whole world. So one day you will be no more. Okay, look. I don't want to. It's a sensitive case, but let me allow people to speak. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate you all. Press on the like, help us to share. Let me start with Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, thank you, sir, for joining us. Good evening to you. I would like you to talk to us. Mr. Jonathan, you're not there. Okay, let me go with Madarita. Madarita, please, if you are there, talk to us. Good evening to you, man.
Mr. Elvis, good afternoon.
Thank you,
man. Sweet Mommy D, Lamehi. Mr. Jonathan, if you're there, make yourself known.
Please, hold on. Mr. Joseph Oji is on the phone. Thank you, man.
All right.
Mr. Joseph Oji, go ahead, sir. Mr. Joseph Oji, we can't hear you. Oh, the line don't cut again. Hold on, guys, please. Hello, Mr. Joseph Oji, are you there?
Oh. We'll talk about the burial, the situation generally, and link it to Buhari's burial. You know, our politician, as old as they are, these people don't have conscience. They don't have conscience. Mr. Elvis, if you look, if you can cast your mind back during Buhari's burial, you know, you can see the distance where our President Tinubu and other dignitaries were sitting down. I mean, I was thinking that sight was enough to, you know, to break their mind and their thinking. Because with all this all this running around here and there, you want this, you want that, look at the end. Nothing. Look at the end. You fight this, you fight opposition. Look now, you lock this man, fight down, flout all the laws, the constitutional law, lock him up. Suddenly, the woman, the mother died because that's why he went to Egypt. I'm very sure that woman is going through some medical treatment in Egypt. And you invited him to come back. The guy came on his own. You invited and he told them when I'm coming back. That drama at the airport was it called for? It's not called for. What are you holding opposition for?
What happened at the airport? You mean Erufai?
Yes.
Okay.
Now look at the gathering. No, I'm talking about the gathering today in Kaduna. The whole APC store, all the whole APC henchmen were all there, commiserating with Erufai.
Okay.
It's a shame. Look at what Tinubu, let me tell you, Tinubu needs to. He needs, as old as this man is, our president. I don't think all these people who are going to say his strategies, he's smart. There's no human face in this man. There's no human face, and it's not as if he doesn't know better. Look at this Wigwe something we are playing now. Look at, with all this, I want this, I want that, I want that. We are all the problem. We're waiting. And I don't know, these people, their conscience is dead. They are dead. What in the drag for this world? What do you look for? What are all this money you are investing? When you want to take to?
I don't know.
It's a total shame. It's a total shame. They don't know that, look, we gave you that authority to go and serve us. The voters, Nigerians,
Okay.
do everything for you to go and serve. To go and serve humanity, serve your country.
Thank you, sir.
It's a shame. It's a shame, Mr. Elvis. These people are not. It's a shame, that we are. I don't know. These people are the aim of our affairs in our country. It's a total shame.
Thank you.
They don't have conscience at all. I don't say I should liken this to. If you marry the whole thing together, the man at the aim of our affairs is. He said, if this man and my father, man, you going to fight. I'm telling you, I'm going to cause him. I'm telling you.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. All right. Do you know why it's sad? If you check most of the people that is criticizing government today, like I've said so many times on this platform, that is saying Tinubu not good, the other one not good, Atiku not good. If you give them opportunity to sit in that same seat, they will do worse. That's why I am more worried about Nigerians that are not in power yet than our satanic leader that are already there. Because most of their mindset now is just criminality. Most of their mindset is criminality. Mother Deborah, talk to us. Thank you, man. Good evening to you.
Hello, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you, man. Good evening to you, man. Talk to us.
Happy Sunday.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, good evening to everyone watching. You're welcome to today's program. I've seen the videos you've been showcasing. To me, I'm not surprised. This is even somebody who is not a politician, who is not a governor, who is not a senator. He can amass that so much wealth. And then the question is, how did they have access to that much money? You can now understand why you cannot get dollar from Nigerian banks. You have to go and get from
Aboki.
Yes. So this is all their own making to make life difficult for the average Nigerians while they enrich themselves. Otherwise, which business did he do to acquire the money to buy the 100 and something properties in London? Mr. Elvis, you and I live in this UK. Do you know how hard it is to even get one property?
Yeah. Huh?
Can you even afford to pay cash for one property?
He gets 106. 106. All of them was bought with cash. Hey.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So in London, though, not even Manchester, one low budget city for London, that properties are extremely expensive. So
Mother Deborah, it didn't end there. What about other countries like Canada, America, Europe, Dubai?
Yeah, we don't even know the ones. Yeah, we don't know which ones, how many he has there.
Ew.
So if
Now
if
what?
I can assure you now, even the person who took over from him is probably planning the same, is probably doing the same thing now or planning to do the same thing. It's like a cycle. Yeah. Until we have a proper system. You see, why I'm saying this is nobody should be surprised. We'll continue to have this kind of things going on in Nigeria. Anybody who 99% of people who will have opportunity in Nigeria today, they will steal. Because they know that there's no system that is going to checkmate them. Yes.
Kai.
And so long as we have this kind of corrupt government in place, that we have systems that are not functioning, we'll continue to have this kind of problem. Yes, we'll continue to have this kind of problem. Can you now imagine how many houses the senators, the governors, how many?
All of them are just heartless.
You can, yeah, but so long as you see, even in the UK here and all these countries, the only reason why you see politicians are not corrupt and this kind of things are not happening is because there's checks and balances. It's because they have a system. You know that if you do anything like that, the system is going to fish you out. So long as we don't have a functioning system in place, you shouldn't be surprised when this kind of things happen. Yeah. If not that, because he passed away, I can assure you that we'll never know.
Exactly.
Nobody will bring it out because he will make sure that he protects all his investments in a way that nobody will ever know that he owns those properties. The only reason why this is coming out now is because he's passed away. So sometimes, I just feel so long as this kind of system we have in Nigeria where nothing is functioning, this corrupt system that is currently in place in Nigeria, this is the kind of thing that you're going to see.
All right.
You're going to see people stealing from public funds. All of those kind of things will keep happening. Exploitation continue to happen. That's why we are hoping that we have a government where there will be accountability, a system that is working. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis.
Thank you very much, my dad. Debbie. Oh, Baba. All of them just have a mindset of stealing. All of them. The government, the people, what did they happen? Tinubu must go, Tinubu must go, Tinubu must go. We are not even sure if people don't Peter Obi even win tomorrow now. The people that want to work on that Peter Obi, do you know who they are? The same people that already hated themselves. Peter Obi never even win. He never be president. They already hated themselves amongst themselves. The problem is just too much. That's why I said it the other time. Can we have a leader that can treat everybody equally? Everybody. A leader that will not allow anybody to be above the law. I'm not sure we will have that leader anytime soon. Don't get me wrong. I'm supporting Peter Obi today. Peter Obi can give me a better Nigeria more than the previous leaders in Nigeria. That's why I'm supporting him. But can Peter Obi give me that leader that me, myself, I really, really want? I'm not sure Peter Obi can give it to me. I believe Peter Obi will also be selective. He will be doing the right thing. He will not allow corruption. He will not allow this insecurity. But in terms of penalization, Peter Obi will still be careful not to step on some toes. I'm looking for a leader. That leader that will decide, like Traore in Burkina Faso. A leader that will say, this is it. Any past leaders go down. Can we have that leader? Do you see, let's be honest, do you see that in Peter Obi, for example? That if Peter Obi become our president, he can be that leader. I want to hear from you, because I'm here to learn. That's what I'm asking. In anybody giving submission today, please answer me. Do you see Peter Obi as a leader? I'm not asking if you see Peter Obi if he can repair the country. I already know. That's why I'm supporting him. Insecurity, can he solve it? Yes, I know. Corruption, can he? Yes. But can he step on some toes? On that one, me is a no. Except I'm being convinced. Maybe like some people are saying, no, we still need to start from somewhere. We need to start from somewhere. And then there's another question I would like to ask. We're clamoring for Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi, Peter Obi. By God's grace, Peter Obi become a president tomorrow, right? And Peter Obi don't rule the time he command. What is that guarantee that whoever that is coming can continue, that continuity will be there from where Peter Obi stopped? What's the guarantee? That we will not go back to where we are coming from. Mr. Joseph Oji, please quickly talk to us. 1 minute, sir.
Thank you. Just thank you for allowing me back in. On Mr. Peter Obi, what you are just saying, the only thing, given what he did in Anambra, he will not interfere with ICPC. He will not interfere with EFCC. He will allow them to do their job judiciously. That's the only thing. If they start using security agents like what the solar laws are doing, and again, before starting, he would have read the Riot Act with them. He would have informed them what he wants, what his government wants. But if they start using security to do all those things, he probably will just remove the man at the helm of affairs there and change it. But he will not interfere. Even if now his own brother, his own person, and then carry.
Okay, thank you, sir.
That's the way. We will just allow everything, the process to happen.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Oji. All right. I would like to respond to you, Oluomo. You said politicians in the UK are not corrupt. Sit down there. You see, like I said, you are one of the people that is supporting the big problem we are facing in Nigeria today. I never mentioned there's no corruption in the UK or America or anywhere, but I've lived in the UK almost all my life. I'm living the best life there. The best life. There was a time I don't have work. I was on a social security benefits, job seekers allowance benefits, housing benefits, and all were being paid without I not remind them. I have security in the UK. I have good lifestyle, peace of mind in the UK. So what are you talking about? Are we here debating if corruption in the UK? The corruption in the UK, nobody is seeing it. Even upon all the best they are giving to us in the UK, there are people still complaining and demanding for more. But you are here justifying what your satanic principles are doing in Nigeria. In fact, I will not waste my energy on you today. You are gradually showing who you are on this platform, which is a good thing. Everybody is seeing you. Thank you very much, everyone. Mr. Jonathan, are you there now?
Yeah, Mr. Elvis, can you hear me now?
Yes, good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Okay, all right. So sorry about that. Good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Yes,
good
sir.
evening there in Lagos, Nigeria. God bless you for the good work you are doing. I greet you. And I greet Madam Rita. Good afternoon to you there in Toronto. God bless you. And Mommy Diaspora, good evening. God bless you greatly. And my fellow commenters and callers, I greet you all. You're welcome. God bless you abundantly. You know, it's interesting, the topic of today. But first of all, before I go forward, let me just again thank all the donors and contributors to this effort to get a solar system for the Nigeria Watch broadcast. God will continue to bless you as you all continue to do more. God will bless you. So, you know, Mr. Elvis, it's so interesting, the topic that came out today, you know. I've always said on this platform that the Nigerian banks are not doing banking people who are listening to me over time on Nigeria Watch, we know I've said that over and over again, that they are not doing banking. They are into something else. And that is one of the problems with the Nigerian economy. You know, there's no time because we are on a social media platform. I'll just say my bit here just to put out some information there for people to know one or two things. And those who already know, you know, we also, you know, learn some more. You see, one of the reasons why, let me start with this. The current governor of Anambra State, Charles Soludo, apart from the fact that he's playing politics as a banker, is a top-notch banker. Unless he prove himself otherwise, maybe in the future. But as a banker, Charles Chukwuma Soludo played this role within the Nigerian economy. When in 2004, just after about a year after Obasanjo got his second term, when he brought in the likes of, you know, Madam Ezekwesili, Okojo Onwela, you know, Okojo Onwela was actually those that recommended him, and he appointed Charles Soludo as a governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. You know, normally they get 5 years, get 5 years, and then the president can extend, give you another 5 years. Knowing, you know, Charles Soludo, you see this trick, eh? See, I got my finance training in North America. So when people are talking, you see all these things, we know them. All this game, we know them. We know them. But this is not even where to expose all of them. But those who know, we know. We know them. We know all this game. See, when Charles Soludo came in, he brought in that knowledge. The first thing he did was that, which is normal, which is how it should be. But in Nigeria, we don't have it. And he created so many enemies for himself. But Obasanjo shielded him, protected him. The first policy of the central bank when Charles Soludo came in was that all CEO of Nigerian banks, commercial and merchants, you only have 10 years. After 10 years, you must resign. You cannot be more than 10 years. So it became an official policy of the Central Bank of Nigeria. So all the CEO began to run eta scatter. Because most of them, the bank is their personal property. Even though they are publicly listed, but the bank is their. I thank you for the video of that documentary on Wigwe and his partner, Ike Imokwede. It's their own. The hostile takeover, the acquisition of Access Bank. They went through the bank, they started buying the shares, started buying secretly, until they have the majority ownership and they struck that they want to take over the bank. But Charles Soludo came in and said, you only have 10 years. It cannot be your personal property. 10 years. But the advantage that Wigwe had was that there are two already. They start two of them. So even if one spend his 10 years and leave, the other one takes over automatically. So you can see the advantage that both of them, which other banks, that's right. So the likes of Jim Ovia of Zenith had to go. And the way Soludo did it was that policy is retroactive. It's not that it's beginning when he made that policy in 2004. So if you are already CEO as a 2000, by 2010, you got to go. It's not that it's kicking in. That 2004, you're already CEO for 4 years, then the 10 years starts from, no. It starts from 2004, so you will leave 2014. No, it starts from the day you've been CEO. So all of them started running eta scatter. So they knew quite well that so you will now see, by 2010, Jim Ovia got to go. By 2010, the likes of the GTB Bank, Tayo Aderinoku had to go. By 2010, Tony Elumelu of UBA had to go. All of them. The Union Bank CEO had to go. Erastus of, we all know the story of Intercontinental Bank. Akigbola, former CEO Intercontinental Bank, had to go. But between that 2004, when Soludo made that policy, and 2010, it was a battle to finish. So they got to amass as much as possible. Goodness me. These guys had to amass as much as possible. That was the first killer punch that Soludo gave to them. The second killer one that he gave to them was that they are not capitalized. They don't have money. This is just a family, a bedroom business that they are doing in Nigeria. If you do, as at that time, I think it capped to 22 billion naira. 22 billion naira as at that time was a lot of money. Most of these banks don't even have 500 million. They don't even have 1 billion or 2 billion. They cap it, so they have to be joining themselves together, merging together, so that they can meet that 22 billion capitalization that Soludo gave to them. At the end of the day, many of those banks, many of them went under. The surviving ones, Zenith, Access, GTB, UBA, became the champion of the Nigerian banking industry. Now, how did they do it now that they amass so much money, these CEOs? As I said, remember, they are not doing banking. Bank did is that was the first time in Nigeria that the banks, all of them, started selling their shares in the open market. So you will all recall, many Nigerians started buying shares like crazy. They started buying shares. The first time in the history of Nigeria, Nigerians, many Nigerians, we know one or two, they bought shares like crazy. They started buying the shares. Zenith Bank, UBA, Access Bank, Intercontinental. They started buying their shares. Here's the game. These CEOs, what they did was that, see, they issue shares to themselves from the inside. As many as some of them issue shares to their gardener, their mama we did for village. They issue shares to their cook, people that you don't know. And the shares they issue them is in the millions. They issue these shares to them, unknowing to the investing public. They issue these shares to them. That was how they cash out on Nigerians. And to their favor, they raised this year like a pump, like what they call pump and dump. That was what they did. So they pump up the shares of this stock, all these CEOs. By 2007, the shares of the Nigerian banks plummeted. I mean, last seen. By that time, Nigerians have put so much money into it. So much. All these shares crashed, literally crashed. So they took all those shares that they gave to their cleaner in their house, their gardener, their village, whatever. You know, it is still their own. It is their own. That the village where the gardener we no sabi anything. They didn't just do for his name. And they dump it. That was the first cash for them, for all these CEOs. Because they knew 2010 they are going. So they started fighting seriously, Soludo. The first thing, under normal setting, considering what Soludo has done 2004 to 2009, in a normal country, the president is supposed to extend his 5-year tenure. Yar'Adua came in. The first thing Yar'Adua did, he kicked Soludo out. The Nigerians have to know all these things because it's relevant, because of today's topic. Yar'Adua kicked Soludo out. And guess who? He put Lamido Sanusi Lamido, who is now the emir there. He put him there. So we all know the story, the corruption that followed him. If Soludo tenure had been extended for another 5-year period, Nigeria will not be where we are today economically. So that was the first thing that these bankers, that was how they swindle Nigerians, by issuing shares to themselves. They are issuing shares to themselves and turning around and selling it. When Nigeria, those shares that they issue shares and they go to the stock exchange and they started pumping it. Nigerians are buying more and more, not knowing that they have loaded their gardener. They have loaded their mama with day for village. They have loaded with the shares of all these banks, without exception. All of them, without exception. That was the first prank, or the first, what do I call it now? Yeah, that's the first game they played on Nigerians. The second one, how they make money. All these banks, they are not in the banking business. Never, all of them are not in. This is a personal thing. So they needed a governor of the central bank that will look the other way. They needed a governor, the central bank governor, that will just look the other way. The other one, the second one, is the business they do in the oil industry. These guys, they are the one that will, now this is how the likes of Wigwe made his money. There's no hard and fast rule about it. There's no secret behind it for those who know. The first one I've just described. The second one is the oil and gas sector. They are the one collecting through their proxies this subsidy that we talked about. They play the game of subsidy. They play it perfectly well. They are the one through their proxies that are bringing in petrol to Nigeria. That is why you will go to Nigerian banks. You cannot get a loan. No matter how fantastic your plan is, no matter how credit worthy you are as an ordinary person, you don't have link, you don't have contact with them, you can't get a dime from the Nigerian banks. It is only those that are within the clique or where they have interest that you can easily get a loan. Primarily politicians. But as a Nigerian businessman who is looking, let me start from 10 million naira, who want to run your business, you want to facilitate your business, you want to expand your business so that you can employ 1 or 2 or 3 Nigerians, and you need 10 million, you aren't going to get it from these guys. Because all this money, they packed it together. They are using it to bring diesel and petrol to Nigeria. It was a fast one for them, a very fast business for them. You're not going to get any loan. So they are not in the business, and that was Soludo was after them. They are not in the business of banking. This one is very extensive. There's no time to dwell on it. The third one that they do, how they acquire, is the forex. That one is the one that many Nigerians know. You see, the first two that I described, that is like 80% of where their wealth came from. That forex is just like 20%, because that forex, it is chop, I chop. It is chop, I chop. It comes from the central bank. There are middlemen in between. So they are not, and then the governors, the politicians come after them. You got to give them money. You got to allocate dollars to them as well. So they can't eat all of it. Even though they go to central bank and every week, say Zenith Bank gets $500 million, the CEO cannot swallow the entire $500 million by himself, because people already know, politicians know. So he will get his cuts, but all the other people will also come. They need dollars, so he has to give to them. So on that forex, they are making money on it, but it's not only them. They got to share it. But the first two that I described, especially the second one, the crude oil, goodness me, that is where they wreck Nigeria, these banks. They are not in the business of banking. Banking is simply the business of giving people loans, loaning people, businesses money. That is just primarily what it is. You make money on top of what people deposit into your bank. You are giving them 2%. People who deposit their money into your banks, but you are using the money to give loans and be netting 5 or 6%. Simple, period. The simple definition of banking for a kindergarten, you want to explain it to your 3-year-old who is running around and is telling you, Daddy, what is this? What you take your 3-year-old to the bank and she's asking you, what is this they are doing here? That your 3-year-old will understand it. People bring their money to the bank give them 2%, the bank turns around and use it for loan and charge 5%. That is it. They are not doing that in Nigeria as we speak. So the economy cannot grow. So even when we talk of consumption to production, there is still a lot that has to be done on the banking side. That policy of consumption to production must align with the banking policy. They must work, there must be synergy, and a very strong one for that matter. If not, it will just be on paper. It will not work. At the very best, it will be a mediocre policy. For that policy to be effective, the banking industry has a big role to play. You got to be able to give people loans, as we say it in our Nigerian corner, as in pure water. I mean, as in people will wake up in the morning, they walk into the bank, they can get a loan as long as they are credit worthy. They got to be able to get it. That's how the economy expands. That's not what they are doing in Nigeria. So it's unfortunate, the likes of this guy. But in a nutshell, for me, that's how the likes of Wigwe made his money. The first two that have as until today, they still hold on to millions of shares, if not billions. They continue to issue shares from the inside. You know, if you own the bank, if you own a company, you can issue shares. I mean, on your bed, inside your bedroom, inside your toilet. You can issue shares to whoever you want to issue shares to. It's all paperwork. And once the shares mature, you can take it to the capital market and sell. Shares that you did not pay for. You did not pay for. You can issue it via just a board resolution. Just board resolution. The CEO of the bank, people, I hope people are, anyway, don't let me go deeper. You can just issue shares via board resolution. The CEO of the company can just sit down and say, ABC, Nigeria Wash has performed XYZ services. Therefore, the board of directors have decided to issue 10 million shares in exchange for the services rendered. Period. That shares is issued. Or those shares will be issued. They are issued. And they will wait 1 year, 2 years for it to mature. And Nigeria Wash or the company, whoever, sorry, I'm using Nigeria Wash. I just want people to relate. And then you take the shares and then you take it in, give it to your broker, it gets in, and then you start to liquidate, start to dispose of it. And then the CEO may be the one that owns it 100%, just using this company as a front. That is what they do. So there are many ways through which if you do your financing education in North America or in UK or in any advanced countries, all these ones are elementary. You will learn them. That's why when Wigwe and these tricks, if you go to schools, good schools, and you learn all these things, that thing will make you go crazy. Is this money? And you have the capacity? That thing will make you go wild when they open it for you. But In America and UK, when you see CEO of banks, when they leave, when they complete their tenure, some of them go back to universities to go and to lecture. That experience, that knowledge, they bring it back. But our own, no. Where are they today? Where is Jim Ovia today? Where is he lecturing? Which university is Jim Ovia? Where? Tony Elumelu today, where? Which university? Which business school? The only person I can give credit to, the only one person in the entire Nigeria is this man. This man who is supporting Peter Obi, who is always go with Peter Obi of the Lagos Business School. His name has got off my head now. He's the only one. In America, the former CEO. That is why when you go to Harvard, you are in your class, you will see the former CEO of Bank of America, the former CEO of Chase Morgan. They are taking one course or the other. They are the one, they bring this knowledge back. Institutions give them big money to come and to lecture. But Nigeria is being wasted. You can't see them in any Nigerian universities. You cannot see them transferring this knowledge. Practical one, not theoretical. Practical knowledge within the banking industry as the head, as the CEO. You bring it to the class. You can't see them in Nigeria because they are busy with the oil and gas industry. They are busy with foreign exchange manipulation. They are busy with manipulating the stock market. So that's just what it is. So they are doing it. So the guy made his money. It is only the system that can correct it going forward. This thing is still going on as we speak today. Mr. Tinubu is enjoying it. These people are, they are the ones that are there. They are enjoying it. They are taking advantage of it. Don't mind him when he said it's not part of the arbitrage. It's not part of it. It's not playing that game. Please discard that. They are all in it. They are doing it till now. So, Mr. Elvis, let me leave it there for now before I then go to, you brought this topic, but that's much I can say for now before I go to politics. If I have the opportunity again. Thank you very much.
When I call you again, you can go for politics. Thank you very much. I have to give you that time because I want to learn more about it. So to listen to you, thanks for your wonderful submission, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Manda Peggy Modi, for the super chats already. Guys, we're going to press on the dollar side now. Assist what we are doing here. And also, nobody have contributed to the cost of our donation today. We are looking forward to 1 or 2 person doing that, please. And the like is also very, very low. If you can press on the like, that would be very, very nice. Copy the link, also help us to share. I'd like us to hear from Madarita. Madarita, thanks for your long wait and your patience. We'd like to listen to you. Good evening to you once again.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Elvis. Happy Palm Sunday for those people who believe in Palm Sunday. And yes, Easter is coming close. Greetings to you, Mr. Jonathan. It was a very good lecture. I was actually enjoying it. And like you said, there's a lot of people who know about this kind of this manipulation in the banking sector, especially in Nigeria, which I feel is very, very different because everything in Nigeria is not normal like every other country. Also, greetings to everybody in the comment section. Peddy Mogi, Uyi Desmond, Dr. Happy Life, Sendam, 84, 85, Peggy Modi, Clement Okoli, Frank Emmanuel, Ifeanyi, and Anna Ko, Clement Okoli, yeah, I mentioned that before, Michael Abba, Olumo Alamo, Arins TV, Black Panther, you should be here, Grace, God's Grace, and Adewale Shariki, Christian CXL, yes, and Mr. Joseph Oji, thank you for calling, sir, and every other person as well. I'm sorry if I didn't mention your name. Yes, I think I'll just, continue from where Mr. Jonathan was speaking about. Now, your topic is the hidden wealth what we found about Wigwe's, Herbert Wigwe's UK 106 properties. I think I don't know if it was last week. I was reading something. I got this news, and then they said there's only one sultan. It's from Saudi. I don't know, one of these oil-rich Arab countries. Like Wigwe surpassed his number of properties over that sultan, who was the highest owner of property. I think that one had, I don't know if it's 100 or 102 or less. I don't really know, but yeah, that was the caption that I saw, you know, online. Mr. Elvis, I have a question. And maybe I can ask everybody. Do you think that Herbert Wigwe owns all those properties?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe some of these politicians hide this side. Who knows? I don't know.
Oh my God! You know, I was listening to a podcast, some time ago, like last month or so, and the podcast was about a US CIA agent who was talking. He said he mentioned three parts of where rich people, bankers, and billionaires hide their money. One of them is at work. Yes, at work. The other one is horses. You'll be surprised, most of these people who own polo clubs. I think Herbert Wigwe was part of a polo club in, is it Dorchester? I can't remember, or something. They hide the wealth in horses, at work, shell companies. And sometimes it could be under, your wealth could be listed under an entity or a corporation, so that's why I asked that question. Like, do you really think? And most of these multi-billionaires, most of them, even if they own properties, they do not like their name to be tagged on those properties. It could be under a trust name. I mean, educate yourself about finances. Mr. Jonathan, I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. And those of you who are listening, you understand banking, finance, and how the world works when it comes to money, at least to some extent. I mean, nobody knows it all. I don't know it all, but I am the kind of person I really like to learn. But I just told you, like, much rich people's wealth, they keep it in artwork, they buy horses, and they have shell companies, or they might put it under a trust. So you might see a big building there. It might be called ABC Company, but you might not really know who truly owns the company. Sometimes they use individuals to front their wealth, and so you think it's that person that owns it, but in actual fact, that's not the person that owns it. But I'm not saying this is the case for the late Herbert Wigwe. I don't know him before, and it's I think Herbert Wigwe's death is one death that will forever haunt Nigeria. It's something that it's even if you don't know them, that you just feel so pained when you think about an entire family. Just go. I mean, obviously there was another person there, and of course the helicopter driver. I mean, but focusing on this man now, there's no way you wouldn't really have that human feeling, like, oh my God, wife, son, and the person, and then somebody else's was also there. I've forgotten the man's name now. That's somebody's father, and it's sad. It's sad, but this is the post his death now, with all the controversies surrounding his passing. And after his passing, and see his partner, his father issue and his daughter, it's pretty messy. And I don't believe that nobody will really wish to be in this kind of situation. And it also tells you that money really is not everything. Money is useful, but money is not everything. And sometimes you might think you are living a good legacy, but before you get to that peak, there are things you must have done that could affect your legacy when you are no longer there. And I see somebody making comment, nobody spoke while he was alive. Cowards are speaking now. I mean, we saw Chief Bode just was speaking. He was alive as at that time, and maybe some other people were speaking, but you're not even aware. So you can't even say, why are people talking now? You don't know if people were talking before. I mean, Mr. Elvis just played something from Chief Bode George. I mean, that is somebody speaking amongst others who you don't know. So sometimes when people make comments, I usually look at it as, it's probably is ignorance and is lack of information, and you can't really blame them because that is the perspective that they want to see, or that is the comprehension that they know. As Mr. Jonathan has explained, I know you were kind of give a history, but I just want to say something because somebody was kind of challenging me a while ago. I don't want to mention the person's name because it's not necessary now. I think about, I was reading something on the internet and it says how Intercontinental Bank was taken down and Access Bank suddenly became one of the 10th biggest bank in Nigeria, like, within a very short space of time. It was ranked number 69 or so, and it became, after 2000 and, I know it's in the early 2000s, though, that's when it just became so like big. But it said, I was reading something about Sanusi. It said when Sanusi was CBN governor, and this is kind of correlating with what Mr. Jonathan was saying. And the reason why we say this so that people would understand. And we actually say, okay, this guy is probably his properties. I mean, he worked for the money, wherever he worked for the money is his property. And it says, based on such results, Sanusi Lamido Sanusi, in his capacity as governor of Central Bank, facilitated the acquisition of Intercontinental Bank by Herbert Wigwe's Access Bank through the following actions during the 2009 to 2011 banking crisis. 1, declaring distress and removing management. Sanusi adjudged Intercontinental Bank distressed and removed its top management, creating the opportunity for a takeover. 2, forcing a takeover or merger. Sanusi forced a takeover of Intercontinental Bank by Access Bank, despite claims that Access Bank was significantly smaller in terms of operating capital at that time. Don't you guys find that funny? And when I say something, I say Sanusi, it's kind of like aided this, these guys, right? And you wonder why Sanusi was crying, even if he talked about how we supported him when he was, deposed, as Emma of Kanu. It makes you wonder. I'm going to read it again. Sanusi forced a takeover of Intercontinental Bank by Access Bank, despite claims that Access Bank was significantly smaller in terms of operating capital at that time. If Access Bank can, have access to, take over Intercontinental Bank or buy shares and all that, even if significantly they had smaller terms of operating capital, that would happen if the CBN governor backs you. That would happen if somebody at the top backs you. So Mr. Ogad, I was saying, I was assuming, I said Sanusi aided these people, and you wonder why Jonathan didn't even bother why he was removed. He was removed like as Emma of Kanu. This thing, I think there's a lot of things behind these things that Nigerians don't really know. And then I think Sanusi became rebellious.
Madam Rita, if it were to be Soludo that was still the governor of Central Bank, there would be no Wigwe and Aikimokwe today.
You see, some people are so, that's why I say sometimes you don't really argue too much with people, and because it's lack of information, and they say Sanusi as a CBN governor mastered and sealed the deal for the merger. Hello, Sanusi as a CBN governor, this is a regulatory report now, mastered. What you understand what mastered? That means he has arranged every single detail approved by him. He mastered and sealed the deal for the merger, which facilitated the acquisition of Intercontinental Bank and all its assets by Access Bank PLC. Full stop. I'm not even going to go further. Go and do your research. People who have worked in Intercontinental Bank before, they can tell you what happened to them. So please don't argue blindly. Just go and do your research. So saying that now, and we are seeing all the, it's just a lesson for everybody. I mean, we saw a lot of big men crying. I'm sure they were not just crying that he passed on. I'm very, very sure. you know, and then you wonder now, with all the things that have been going on the internet, you wonder now why Ij Imokwede, who was his partner, is so vested in holding on to Wigwe's daughter and taking control of so many things. Because this is alleged, and I'm just thinking off my head now, with all these properties that we know now, like Mr. Elvis said, only UK that we know. We are talking about properties. I mentioned ways in which billionaires hide their money. You know, I told you about horses. I told you about artwork. There's so many ways that you and I don't see, right? Where they really keep their money. So vanity is all vanity. You can amass all this wealth, you know, and, you know, at the end of the day, it really means nothing. It's good to be wealthy. It's good to have this, you know, this property or this valuable things in the terms of what the world would call valuable. There's nothing wrong with it, but, you know, how you go about it, it speaks a lot about you as a person, you know. And it's unfortunate that this man passed. But however, I know the topic is, you know, it's crazy how one person will own 106 properties in a foreign country. And you wonder what Jimovia has. You wonder what, like what Mr. Jonathan said, like who was, what's his name, Tony Elman? Who is Jimovia? I was reading something, Mr. Elvis, I sent you something on your WhatsApp. Please, can you check it? I got it from Facebook. And, you know, it just explains something here. You know, there's a lot of darkness, I feel. There's a lot of darkness surrounding, you know, certain kind of businesses. And Nigerian banking industry is completely different from what you see in other countries. Is the process is because we have already corrupt foundation. So anything that's coming up from a corrupt foundation cannot be straight. And as you grow up, you have dangerous people who are supporting this corrupt foundation. So anybody who wants to now come and say, okay, I want to change the status quo, I want to change the dynamics, something's going to happen. And why do you think a lot of people are afraid in Nigeria? I don't want to talk about Africa. A lot of people are afraid. So it's hard for us to now find an Ibrahim Traore. Mr. Elvis, I'm going to stop here because if I go into Ibrahim Traore and the question you asked, that will be taking over, like, I'll be taking over time. So let me give Mr. Jonathan time to speak. Thank you very much. Mr. Elvis, are you there? Okay, Mr. Jonathan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I was checking the video. Is it the one that you sent from Facebook?
It's a picture. It's a picture, the last one.
Okay, picture. Okay, I was looking at video. Okay.
No, it's a picture.
Oh, no, there's no picture here. All of them is video. Everything you sent to me is video.
No, the last thing I sent to is a picture. Is a snap picture.
Okay, yes. Okay, I saw it. What is it all about? Should I showcase this? I don't know.
Yeah, you can showcase it because it's from a Facebook post. So that's to educate people more.
But what is it for? Talk about it first.
Okay.
Because I can see Voodoo back here.
No, I think
Voodoo back here and Karma.
Yes, so actually it's saying, I might as well read it out if you want me to. This is coming from somebody on Facebook, and it was written in 2004, in February 16. And it came from Sarudin Sododo Akorede. The guy said, the banking system and karma. He said, the guy who wrote about Ij Imokwede and Wigwe acquired Intercontinental Bank also forgot how Akínbọ́lá shortchanged those who brought him to run the bank for them. When he arrived in London, he had no dime, but the guy who owned a very successful oil company called Kakasa, who got paid in dollars by the IOCs, invested all his money with another successful businessman to obtain the license and bought the Evaritos, I don't know what that is, to manage the bank for them, since they don't have any knowledge of how banks are operated. Akínbọ́lá manipulated them and took over the bank, with him having majority shares, so he who kills by the sword must also die by the same sword. Akínbọ́lá was doing voodoo banking as others are doing now. I guess, it's just a figure of speech. The person used the word voodoo banking. Mr. Jonah was saying the kind of banking system Nigeria operates is not what you see in diaspora. So it's not saying, I agree, karma is a bitch. What about Mrs. Ibru, Oceanic Bank? All of them were cutting corners. Are you aware Olumba once had majority shares in Zenith Bank? He brought Jim Ovia from London to help run the bank. And today, the old man is licking his wounds. Jim Ovia is his cousin. And that's how the person stopped it there. To just make people know that, hey, this is what's going on. Make your own judgment. It's just the whole mess of everything. Yeah. So you can see that Wigwe can, with all the money going around, the oil money from different aspects, from different countries, different businesses, different politicians, even up to presidents. I think Wigwe went to even see, I think the Prime Minister of England as at that time. So you people think it's not just Nigerian businessmen. These people are dealing with international. Do you guys see the people that came for this guy's funeral? Do you guys see the people that came? So it's bigger than what you and I are even thinking. It's bigger. That's what I think. So it is what it is, man. And that's why it's people like
yes.
Yes. Also,
yeah. You see, everything is just it's just the fact that Nigerians don't know what is eating them. We blame the politicians and everything, but the banking system is the banking system as an entity now, as take them all as one entity. The banking system is the enabler. If you take them out of it, all these shenanigans of the politicians cannot work. So both of them, they work hand in hand. When you talk of this is much of a international, we don't have banking in Nigeria. You pretty much have a trading outfit. These guys are traders. They are not really bankers. They are not doing the work of a bank in Nigeria. The easiest way that these people are making money, especially in the 2000s and between 2005 to up to date, it is just the oil. So it is just the crude oil. You can become a billionaire in less than 2 months. All you need to do, see, you just take a vessel from anywhere, maybe from the refinery from Romania, a refinery from Hungary, a refinery from, don't forget about the Netherlands. Leave all those ones. Forget about just take a refinery from Romania, take a refinery from Hungary. They refine, they load, they just bring it to the sea, halfway in the waters. Halfway in the waters. And the Nigerian banks prepare the necessary documentation. The document just flow. They give these people the letter of credit. Once they give these people the letter of credit, here on the other side, here in Nigeria, they collect the cash. Cash. I'm talking literally cash here in Nigeria. And they take their cuts from it and they pay the people that brought the vessel to the, it's just like two persons. They want to shake hands. You stay on your side, I stay on my side. You have the cash, I have the goods. So when I see the proof that the goods are there, they will not allow the vessel to cross to our side. Sometimes they take them to the Benin. The vessel stays on the Benin side. And once the documentation and everything is all completed through the letter of credit, which these banks, that's what the CEO, all of them, that's what they wake up in the morning, they go to their offices in BI. That's what they do. That's the documentation that is just moving back and forth with their staff. That's all I'm telling you, that's what all they do. If one vessel is not about to take off, another vessel, there is one vessel that is already halfway on the waters. And once the vessel gets there, they exchange the necessary document. Those companies that are bringing the oil, the refined oil now, in most cases, when these guys are really operating, the likes of Jim Ovia and Emokwede and Elumelu, during their period, at the peak of it, when the vessel gets to the middle of the water, they exchange the documentation. The company, they give those people, they transfer the money to their nominated bank or designated bank. They transfer the money to them. On the Nigerian side there, they have collected money. That's why you now see them opening oil depot, oil terminals all over Lagos, across the length and breadth of Nigeria. Just see terminals build. You see all those tanks, all those gigantic tanks. They're just building up. They just offload. They just offload those. The diesel there. Once the diesel gets to Nigeria, you know now, money don't arrive. As they are finishing one, they are preparing another one. In fact, they have dozens that are already, multiples are going. So even if you are making $5 million on each one, and you are doing multiple per month, so you can imagine the type of money that these guys make in a matter of 1 year. And they pay the people. So you don't need to have cash. Literally, what they did was that you don't need to have cash. Have a refinery on the other side, and then you have your bank here. The bank issued the letter of credit. That is the comfort that the refinery wants to see. Once the bank here, and you can only do that through the CEO. You can't, there's nothing. It doesn't have to go lower. It must be at the top. They prepare that's the comfort. It's a guarantee. The letter of credit. They prepare it, they send it. The refinery move. They move the item to the middle. Once it gets to the middle, transaction completed, money is transferred. The vessel enter the Nigerian side, or he enter on the Benin side. The next thing, even some people, they don't even have terminal. They don't even have oil terminal at all. That's why you go to Tinkan today. It's oil terminal all over the place. You just see tank. You just see all this oil terminal all over the space. They are taking all the space in Tinkan. Once the vessel arrives, you don't even need to have 1 naira. I mean, you don't need to have 1 naira. All you need to do is to know Tony Elumelu, to have contact with Wigwe, to have contact with Jim Ovia. That's all. They issue the letter of credit for you. That's all. You give them the letter of credit on the other side. They move the vessel. Once the vessel gets there, they give them the letter of credit. That is all. Then you collect cash here, because all you need to do is to now take that document that the refinery has given you because of the letter of credit that has been issued. You take it, bring it to Lagos. Finish. Just bring those documents to Lagos. Your cash is waiting for you. You will collect your cash. And who gets this? That is the question. Who gets this? Who give you this cash? That is the puzzle I know people wants to know. Who is giving you this cash in Lagos or in Abuja or from Kano or from Port Harcourt? Who are the people giving you this cash? The people giving you this cash are the people that are looting Nigeria through subsidy. They will give you the cash because they will collect it. They will say they are brought in petrol, they are brought in diesel. So once they submit the document, of course, they know their money is coming. So they will pay you cash up front. Guess what? The next layer of the transaction. The banks now in Nigeria will pay you the money up front because they have comfort that the subsidy money is coming. They will pay you the money up front. Some cases, $23 million, $50 $50 million. These are the transaction, a typical transaction. 23 million, $50 million. And the CEO is getting a cut of 5 million, 2.5 million. One. And as I said, this thing is running their desk as in pure water. I mean, they have dozens of them. That is on a, so they amass a lot of money. So they are not, the money that they're supposed to give for banking, they're supposed to use and utilize for banking. This is the money they are paying people who are doing this oil business. They are just using it for oil business. They will pay them once the vessel, once you go to these people, it's like a drug to them. They are so into it. Once the vessel is on the water and there is a proof, you can search, they can track. They have in their offices, they track vessels. They know the location of the vessel at a given point in time. The vessel has gotten to this point. Once they verify that the vessel is there, they will release cash. And they will turn around to go and collect stuff. Yeah? So, Mr. Elvis, that is what is going on in Nigeria. But this is just a tips of the iceberg. We can't say it more than this year because it's too extensive, you know. But let's talk politics a little bit. It's all intertwined. Before I round up, I heard the news that Mr. Elvis, I heard the news that Kwankwaso is switching to ADC.
Yeah, resigned for NNPP.
He's resigned, so he's coming to Kwankwaso is coming to ADC.
Because of Peter Obi.
Yes, and then the first video, is it the first video that we play today? I don't know where that guy is getting his information from. I can only characterize it as just what he presented today was just rubbish. He was saying that there's a statement out there that there is some within the APC that 70% of obedient movement to get 70% of obedient movement to APC. He doesn't even, what is he talking about? What is that guy talking about? You don't know the meaning of obedience. What is obedient? You think obedient are just machine that you can robot that you just push them. Somebody can just tell me now. Because it is people like
that guy is always annoying you.
That is all annoying me. Obedience are people like myself. Like people like me, people like you, people like Madam.
But some of them are callable now.
So it, Mr. Elvis, see, you cannot just say you want to pack the way you pack sardine, the way they pack APC supporters. These people will not get head. The way they pack them to the sardine, no, they get head. Have you opened any sardine? We get head. They don't chop up the head of those sardine. The way they pack them like sardine, you think that's the way they will now pack obedient? So if you think they can pack you like sardine to go and back APC, I'm sorry for you. I pity you. Obedient is not under the control of one man. Anybody that is playing that game is for his own pockets. He has collected money from Tinubu and his gang. And he telling them or promising them that he has a leverage over which leverage? No, Mr. Peter Obi does not. If Mr. Peter Obi do anything dumb today, he will forfeit the obedient, as in like the obedient will. There are people that see. You can't say 100%. Everybody, the entire people supporting Mr. Peter Obi have the same brain. But I can say
Thursday Manchester City.
But I can say for free that majority of people that are supporting Mr. Peter Obi have their head intact. And even if Mr. Peter Obi do anything out of order today, they will castigate him. They will say it openly. They will stop supporting him right away, and they will stay inside their house rather than going for supporting Tinubu. How? It is like now this ADC doing something stupid by nominating Atiku as their candidate. Many people will just stay inside. They will not support Tinubu because they will not eat their vomit. With everything they have said about Tinubu, and his group, then they will now turn around and still go and vote. No, they will just stay clear. Majority will just stay clear. So that statement, I don't know where it's getting it from. Don't put that out. Because you are putting me, because you say obedient. I'm an obedient. So you put me inside that box. You box me together that I want to follow. Yes, there is somebody has collected money on my head. Somebody has collected money on your head. Somebody has collected money on Madam Rita's head, and millions like that. They are paid, so that person will just gather us. As they gather people like Sandine under APC, then they will just gather you all as Sandine, go give Tinubu. Wow! It doesn't hand up. That will never happen. There is nobody, whatever they are doing there, they are being paid. It's a good thing that Kwankwaso is going to ADC, and it's a good thing that he will come together with Peter Obi. And I believe somebody has said it here so many times. I believe it was Black Panther that Kwankwaso Atiku is going to step down. From what I'm seeing now, it's very possible. We can still not say it definitively because Kwankwaso is there now. Kwankwaso is from the north. Atiku is from the north. So I want to believe.
But do you think Kwankwaso moved to ADC just to deputize Peter Obi?
Yes, he got the deal. I want to believe that he got that deal clear before he moved. Why would you do it? I want to believe that he got it, at least he got the award. Even though it is not written, but a gentleman agreement. Because if they backslide and they do otherwise, the whole thing will fall like a pack of cards. The whole thing will crumble. So they have no. It's all clear. See, Mr. See, this convention. Those of us that follow this APC convention this weekend since Friday, see what they are doing now. Tinubu, when they call him a strategist, that guy is a crooked strategist. For the very first time, the way he sent his moles to go and destroy all the political parties, now APC are now sending people to the north to divide the Hausas and the Fulanis. This is their card now. For the first time in the history of Nigeria, since I was born, I never seen where Hausas are now saying that they want to be on their own. Hausas are now saying that they want to be on their own, that they are not Fulani. And truth be told, all the governors, apart from 1 or 2 or 3 that you have in North Central, all the governors, they are Fulanis. Where are the Hausas? See now, Tinubu has gone now to be ringing it on their head that they are using you people. Stay on your own. What's the strategy? Divide the North. Split the North. Because he knows that he's not getting the North in 2027. So these are the politics. These are the politics that are there. But one thing I will just say is this, the final word. Tinubu is a failure. Period. Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I'll leave it there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jonathan. Madam Rita, your final submission, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. My final submission will be to your question about politics. You said, do you think Peter Obi, as a president, would step on toes? And
yes,
my answer is no, and I'll give you a reason why. Prior to 2023 election, I remember that they asked him this question. I don't know what station, and they said, if you become president, will you go after corrupt politicians? His answer was no, and this was the case he presented. He said he referred to former president of the United States, George Bush Jr. Said George Bush Jr. says it's a waste of time to go after so-called corrupt politicians, because the money you would use to go after them, you should have used that money to make a stronger system. So Peter Obi now said, so for his own, the way he would deal with corrupt people is he would change the system in such a way that the corrupt people will be forced to comply or they will run away. I wasn't satisfied with that. And I remember that time, I have to find that video. A lot of people were not really happy with that response. So it speaks a lot. Like, okay, for example, you want to see Malami. I mentioned this the other last time. I said, and I got a backlash for saying that, but I still stand by my word. Someone like Malami, who has been proven by the EFCC to be a very corrupt person. We're talking about billions of naira, and he participated in the corrupt way in which the judiciary like incarcerated and kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya, and then now he's in Sokoto prison. So I just don't. That's why I said Peter Obi, as at that time, I said Peter Obi is playing dirty politics. He's playing dirty politics. So, and that answers your questions, Mr. Elvis. I think that Peter Obi as a president, for me, he's still the best option right now. And some people, I think Mr. Joseph already said something about he thinks he will step on toes because of his antecedents in Anambra when he was governor, because he went after all the big shots, all the Agberos and everything, like he humbled all of them. But that's Anambra is a state of I don't think about 4 million people now. I don't know if it's more, but we are dealing with somebody dealing with over 200 million people. That's a very, very big gap, and not just dealing with one set of people. We're dealing with complex people with complex issues, complex commitments, and international influences. So it's completely different. Being a governor and being a president are two different they're just two different sides of the coin. It's just like comparing apples to oranges, they say. It's kind of, they're both fruits, but they're different, and they have different roles in the body and different reactions when you eat them. So it's the same way being a president and being a governor is different. So my analysis is coming from what I've heard him say in the past and what I'm seeing now. I think he'll be a great president in terms of the economy, because that is the driving force, the economy of the country. And when the economy is thriving, the youths, there's a tendency for them to aspire to be something better than what they are now. I think Peter Obi will be a good president to develop people's minds. Yes, to develop, because when the mind is messed up, you can't have a good country. That's why a lot of the psyche of Nigerians is messed up. So when people talk about true democracy, they just don't get it because they've never experienced it. So Peter Obi is going to be a good president to change the mindset of Nigerians. And he talks about it based on all the things he's talking about, like in the north. Say you don't need Amajuris. He mentioned just one state. This is Zamfara. I said it covers like 3 countries in Europe, and one country is producing milk and cheese. So he's changing the mindset to say, listen, northern people, you have gold in your hand, you have land in your hand, you can farm and you can feed the entire Africa. If not entire Africa, I mean, even internationally, outside Africa, you can do that with your produce. The land is gold. So that is the mindset I'm talking about. But in terms of stepping after toes, Peter Obi is not going to step into toes. He's not. He's going to develop the minds and change the system. And the other question you asked, after Peter Obi leaves as president, are we going to see a Moses? Would that Moses follow through or go back to the old ways? I can't speak to that because we don't know what's even going to happen in 2027. So that's what I have to say, Mr. Elvis. Thank you so much.
Madam Leader.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me take this call. Mr. Jonathan, please hold on, please. Hello, yeah, good evening, sir. Please talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Niger Watch.
Yes, sir.
God bless you. Good evening to your panel. Good evening to Mommy Diaspora. Hey, I just want to quickly lend a voice to what you people are discussing. Thank God you are playing these things. And I thank God our people are seeing it. I want to say this first to you. Niger Watch, don't be surprised when you see anything from Nigerians. I am a bundle of stories, Niger Watch. You don't know why I call you every day. Unfortunately, when I don't come, I just don't know how to do it. Listen to this story now. I don't know. We have to come in there. Access Bank, I knew some of the things going on there. I had been followed from there by that professor through one of their staff. What goes That's what some of these men won't believe. And our people are not learning lesson. If this did not happen now, how would you know? We were all sympathetic when we heard of his demise. We were sympathetic. Somebody that is just in UK, 106.
Oh, your line went off. Okay. Thank you. Mr. Jonathan, go ahead. You wanted to respond to Madarita Edero.
Yes, I want. Yes, I want. She said something very about Mr. Peter Obi, that she believes he will be a good president in terms of the economy. But I also want to believe that he will be a good president in terms of the rule of law. And that is very, very key also, the rule of law. So if he comes out to be the president of Nigeria and he upholds the rule of law, there will be no resting place for the likes of Malami, because the rule of law will take charge. It will take their course. It will take care of them. And one of the ways that Mr. Peter Obi will be judged quickly, I'm talking of within the his first 100 days. I want to say when he becomes the president. I don't like using if. When he becomes president, one of the areas that he will be quickly judged is on the rule of law. If within 100 days, will he come out and be telling us this thing is going to take time? You know that this thing takes time. You cannot see. You start sinking from that. There is no hiding place. You want to get this job. You are fighting for this job. Nigerians are backing you up. No Nigerian is saying now that there is no time to fight this battle. It's an urgent battle, and we are fighting it. We are speaking Nigerians, all Nigerians, both at home and abroad. So don't come there.
A US-based Nigerian professor.
Don't come there and come and be telling Nigeria this thing will take time. You know, we have to investigate. Don't say, because you always say that too. You do your work. If you know you cannot do it, why ask for it? You ask for it, and when you get it, you get to work right away. You don't want to hear we're working on it. We want to let the rule of law begin to take its course right away. That is it. So I think, in addition to the economy, he's also going to be a good president. You know, and there's no either or about this two. You have to do both of them, the economy and the rule of law. And I believe he knows. Mr. Peter Obi knows better. So, Mr. Elvis, you know, I used sardine earlier in one of my. You know the people where they call sardine in my language.
Yeah.
Sardine head. Now ebolo. When they say somebody get ebolo head, ebolo head. Now he be the head of sardine. Because person we no get head, no fit think. So there's your head is like the head of ebolo, because ebolo they don't chop. If you open sardine now, just get a sardine, you know, open sardine, all the everything inside, they don't chop the head off. So if they say somebody his head is like that of ebolo, then they don't chop the head off. You know, get head. So you know if you think. So all the people where they support APC, let's look at it. The people that are supporting APC. Oh, that reminds me, Mr. Elvis. This lady, Adesua of Arise. That lady is good.
Very good.
Very good. That lady should be on the main morning show. We can take this Ayo up.
Yes, it's really good.
Oh my God, this is so good, man. She just like Rufai. Honestly speaking.
Yes,
you know,
now. And do you know they don't even feature her that much anymore since she started.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. I don't know why they are reducing her from some things. I don't know why.
That girl lady, she's so good, man. She knows him. I mean, she says she's so smart. You know, when she's interviewing and you can see that she's listening. She's listening, and she's the type of journalist that she will continue to take you on that particular question. She doesn't just to move on.
Yes,
you must answer it. She will not just move on. Even though the entire 30 minutes, slated or allotted for, even if it will take that question, you still put on that one.
Mr. Elvis, I just remembered something now. I was just reading about Emefiele. Emefiele forfeited 730 something houses in Abuja alone. This is a former CBN governor. So when you're talking about someone like in Herbert, 106 property, that's just a tip of the iceberg. One person owning over 700 duplexes. So when you see some new buildings in Lagos State, you're like, oh, Lagos is developing. Or you go to Abuja, you see new buildings, skyscrapers. It's probably owned by one person. There's too much money everywhere. They can't even hide it in soccer ways anymore. They just build. And you go to Abuja, there's a lot of empty apartments. They can't afford it. Empty hotels. Like, who owns this building? Who owns it? You keep wondering. In a country where the capital, the poverty of the world. It's amazing. One person. This is one person that we know, 700 and something duplexes. To even have 100, can you even maintain 100? Over 700. One person, Mr. Elvis. Then you
country with tourism.
When you see a group of men, in the north, they play polo a lot. They play polo with the horses a lot, even in Lagos. Those people belong to Lagos horses. Do you know how much is one of those horses? I told you about what the CIA agent said about these big men hide their money. Horses is part of it. Everybody in any polo club that owns horses, check out that person.
Do you know
small person?
You are very right. You are right. Do you know that since the last time Wike threatened Adesua, that's when there's, you start seeing less of her on air. Watch this video.
Water scarcity in Abuja. The Minister Wike's aide, Larry Olayinka, his spokesperson SA Media, sent me a message which I will post here. Is this a threat? Is this intimidation? Is this undue influence? I'm bringing this out to the public so you can all decide. I'm not sure if it's a mockery of our human rights. Section 39(1) and Section 39(2) of the Constitution enshrine both my freedom of speech and freedom of the press. It is my duty to both inform the public and scrutinize government. Some of the things I spoke about, these are all actually in the public domain. The general manager of the water plant in Abuja, Daniel Saka, in October of last year spoke about the scarcity of chemicals to treat the water. Aliyu Abdullahi by January had published that scarcity was imminent if the minister did not act due to the mechanical issues, the scarcity of water, and of course the diversion of water meant for treatment plants, but instead being diverted elsewhere. The water was being diverted by SCC Limited. Also, Sahara reporters by the 30th of January had published a report saying that a lot of that diversion, according to their sources, was going to Jordan Farms in Ushafa, by the diversion being done by SCC.
So after this video, at that time, you see they're going to see less of this girl. That this is Nigeria. This is Nigeria. God, this country.
Mr. Elvis, who owns Jordan Farms, Ashafa? Because she's saying that the water treatment is diverted to that farm. I will not be surprised if it's somebody in the government or a former army general. I will not be surprised. So this is what we're talking about. It's a cartel. So Peter Obi can't go after all these people. He only has to change the system.
That's what I'm saying, that Peter Obi, that's why I asked that question, that Peter Obi cannot deal with everybody, but he can give us that better Nigeria, that you and I are craving for. But so for you expecting Peter Obi to step, because for me, what I want Peter Obi, I want a leader that will come in to be able to deal with those that have caused us pains in the past. Yeah, that's the kind of leader I'm looking for. Not a leader that will come in. Yes. Not a leader that will come in that will just move on and forget all these people. That one.
Peter Obi is going to do that.
You think Peter Obi will chase the past?
He will not chase the past, and these people will go scot-free. The only thing will happen is, in his own presence, their companies might start to fizzle out. Many of them will start going offshore to buy, like I said, properties or whatever. because they cannot sustain the system that they run, the corrupt system anymore, because Peter Obi has changed it. So the painful part that people really want to see is prosecution. So that's the issue. Will they be prosecuted?
Let me take this call. Let me take this call quickly. Hello, sir. You I don't know. Your line went off earlier on. Quickly, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. When I want to pick, if I missed this thing, so the thing cut off. That's why I called you back. Yeah, thank you, and God bless you for calling me back. Let me just quickly go into it. What I wanted to say to you is this. What you are seeing here is just a complete picture of our Nigeria youth of today. When we are working in government, I don't want to tell you my story, but one day if God gives me the opportunity, maybe whether in Nigeria or maybe I find myself in Europe and I meet with you, I can beg you to just spare some time. I'll give you history of me and where we are and what I have done. You see, when you find yourself working with people like this, when you tell them, don't go this way, or I will not join you going such and so way, you become an enemy. Before you see it, they throw you out or push you to somewhere where you will not see the light of day. The eye problem I'm having today, Niger Watch, is as a result of some of high blood pressure that came at a time when I never expected it, but that's by the way. Now, what am I trying to say? Look at, for instance, I want to go back to the general who has now become an APC politician, that we shamelessly, people don't even understand what they are supposed to be doing. Nigerians are dying, finishing, and you are comparing terrorists with a prodigal son.
All right.
Reading the Bible upside down.
Thank you.
Is that what a whole defense minister should be telling the people he's supposed to be securing? Niger Watch, don't be deceived, please. Continue to re-echo this thing that I want to say now. Let Nigerians know these people they are calling bandits, Fulani herdsmen. They are not Nigerians. These are terrorists. They are giving them those names just to say they are rehabilitating them because they have been part of us before. They don't belong to Nigeria.
Thank you.
I thank God for this thing you played yesterday about the young man, Captain Traore, and what he's doing there in Burkina Faso. And this, oh God, God help me, I don't let me lose you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Wants to come out.
Let's round up.
You see, and I want, please, in the name of God. We try, and I will keep the much I can in any way I can pass the message to the youth.
Okay.
To do the needful.
Thank you, sir.
To do the
thank
needful.
You. Let's round up. Thank you, sir.
Okay, just give me 30 seconds.
Okay, sir.
Let them do the needful. But what is most important is this. If this your effort will not fail. If we fail, the worst that we fail to is that Nigeria will be splitted. Because we don't have anywhere to go again. These people have sold out Nigeria completely. God bless you. Thank you.
You are right. You are very right. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Oh, I don't cut them. They've sold Nigeria, and to rescue Nigeria, like Mandarita was saying, in terms of prosecution and all that. Yeah, Peter Obi to come in, it will give us that better Nigeria. But some people, I saw someone wrote on the comment section earlier on, maybe Peter Obi be fair enter first. Maybe fair enter first. Okay. Maybe if you don't enter, we'll see something different.
Madam Mr. Elvis. Madam Rita asked earlier, who owns Jordan Farm? The Jordan Farm is owned by Wike's son. There are two of them, two companies. Right. They are both owned by This is the Corporate Affairs Commission.
Wow.
It's on the Corporate Affairs Commission website. You can search it.
Okay. Thank you. Give us a Monday. You have only 2 minutes. Quickly talk to us. I need to go now.
Okay, greetings to you and the panelists. I greet you. Mine was going to be a question on this issue of Wigwe, right? And then we're talking about the different banks, right? Now, I was asking Mr. Jonathan and Madam Rita on conversation. Now, with all of this that we are seeing, don't you even think that this is also filter into um, deciding who will become a president if these guys are doing this? Because obviously, it will be that most of these bank CEO also are fronter for these politicians. So don't you think that maybe even behind the scenes, these guys are also playing their part to see that maybe a favorable person comes into power, they are able to push further into investigating them, open their account and things like that. Because we see Emefiele, for example.
Maybe
I mean,
Mr. Jonathan can quickly answer that. I don't know.
What was the question?
no, it's the issue of that this the big way, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
different CEOs, right? That don't you even think that this also determines how president is being elected? That most of these guys even stand behind the scene to decide who becomes the president because once their favorable person gets there, their kind of form is not opened. I mean, Emefiele is an example. You see what Emefiele did under Buhari. I mean, he was busy printing money, doing all of those things.
Mr. Gibos Amande, see, that is the issue in Nigeria. It's not only the banks. It's just that the topic of today, focus on that. These are the people that are, let me just put it straightforward. They are the one that is buying Nigeria. The other part, even the religious side of it, they use them. These are the people that help them to facilitate.
Before you even go further, do you know Akinbola had a
I
backing?
know now. I mentioned his name earlier, Erastus. Erastus Akinbola was the former CEO of Intercontinental. We know the story between Intercontinental and Access, how Sanusi aided Access to acquire Intercontinental, even when Intercontinental way in strength. If one of the things you use to determine the strength of a bank, one of the things, apart from their capitalization, is the number of branches that they have.
The size.
Intercontinental was all over Nigeria. Access succeeded. Erastus Akinbola cried out and cried out and cried out. No, they got Intercontinental from him. The sin that they buried Erastus for is the same sin now that Wigwe and all of them, Ovia, they are doing the same thing. They're all doing the same thing. The politicians are using these people. See, you can't get money out of Nigeria without the banks, unless you want to pack it inside a briefcase, load it inside a private jet, and then take it to another country. Highly unlikely. May be possible in some instances, but very, very uncommon. It has to be through the banks.
And I even think that I think that our problem in Nigeria is hydra-headed or multi-headed. There are a lot of rots in the system that we will honestly, if Mr. Peter Obi gets in, a lot of rot
Oh,
honestly
intertwined.
will be dealt with. You know what APC? You know what APC is doing strategically? They have old thieves in APC. Then they have semi-middle thieves. And now what they're now doing is to recruit new ones. The likes of Sheyi Law, allegedly the likes of all of these young guys. They are now, so they are on a 3-layer level. You see the likes of Tinubu, you see the likes of people in their mid-age, like of Pebolo, or maybe people like Wiki. You now see the people like Sheyi, Tinubu, the likes of Sheyi Law, the likes of Kubana. So they have them on a 3-layer level. We are honestly in for a very, 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 very bad fight. And this, see, I saw a video earlier, somebody crying in Kwara. He said these guys now have the energy to go into their various homes in Kwara and buy them. And Reggie was asking, are they part of Nigeria or not? She was asking people, or she was asking online, are they part of Nigeria? These guys boldly go into their room and buy them. And these guys still went ahead and carry a convention without even dealing with security. These guys, they are on a 3-layer level, and they have them also in diaspora. That's why you see them in UK doing what they did. We are fighting a very, a very bad system.
Nnamdi Kanu warned all of them. Nnamdi Kanu said, Yoruba people that are looking, that want to Yoruba my tribe, they are coming for you. Where are we today? 2026. They're already in your doorstep, Yoruba land. Nnamdi Kanu told them, they think he was just talking. They're already. They can't complain.
For me, I reserve my sympathy for all these people. I reserve it. I have the sympathy, the compassion that I have it for, but I reserve it. Let us see 2027, who these people will come out and vote. In 2027, with all this happening, let us see now.
Good luck to them. Good luck.
People will think that some people are not human beings because the way that we'll have to come after them. If they want to, if 2027 comes, let us see. For me, I'm talking of myself because I don't know for any other people. People can have sympathy on them now, but as painful as it is, what I'm seeing there, those pictures, because that part of Kwara, my in-law they there, a thriving business that they have to they close it down. I'm talking directly.
Can you imagine? Can you just imagine? Can you imagine?
They shot a thriving business.
Do you know why Kwara State is very, very concerning to me? That's my mom's state.
You see, all those areas, Omuano area, the Kwara West area. You see the torture,
all of those places.
That's my. See, it's so painful. This Kwara is so painful to me. As painful as it is to me,
it's not a ghost town.
That one that they show, Mr. Elvis, that's just one. That's just one.
And that's why this issue of Sunday Igboho is so painful. So this guy was being used against Nigerians, and he was shouting somewhere in your state, fighting Buhari. And like we said, Mr. Jonathan, earlier, Tinubu honestly is an evil strategy. You brought in Buhari, and you are paying Sunday Igboho allegedly behind to be shouting Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation, Yoruba nation, or because you want to get, man, this man is something else. Nigerians, we are in for a fight. And I encourage, if you have not registered for ADC, please, if you have families, go and tell them, please. I only wish that we can have the link here constantly. Let's begin to send it out en masse. This evil must not befall us again. These guys are on a 3-layer. They are the older thieves, the old thief, and then the newer one they are recruiting, and they are recruiting from every year. Entertainers. Madam Rita, I saw what you posted earlier in our diaspora platform about some of this. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot. We have.
Brother, let's just wait. 2027 is here. God will keep us all alive. All these Nigerians that are being tortured, being oppressed now, literally being pie every day. Let's just wait 2027, how these people, for the very first time in Nigeria, how they will exercise, what they will go for. What they will go for.
Imagine Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Every just played a video of Adeosuwa now. All because of what she said now.
Yes.
Allegedly, we don't know. So, what happened to Khashoggi? Khashoggi went to Turkey. Nigerians, we are in for something. We are in for something. But I pray that this one, we will get it right. All I'm banking on is the Kwankwasia movement. And I just pray for us to see that Kwankwaso is able to get there with Peter Obi.
Kwankwaso is looking at 2031. That's why it's there.
Yes.
Care about Peter Obi.
He's looking for 2031.
Yeah.
Yes. Even beyond, even 2035. That's what he's eyeing.
That's why it's there. It's not to care about Nigeria.
And if he play it effectively well, now nothing stopping him, because the entire South will
exactly, because if he deputize Peter Obi and they rule well, obviously Peter Obi will give him power.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the problem. I don't have a problem with that. Kwankwaso far better than Tinubu, so that's not a problem. Not be the suffer with the suffer, so say no light, nothing. you know, for you guys to know what we are facing. In fact, let me open take this thing outside small, make una hear some generator noise for everywhere for this country. Can you hear? See Nigeria, you're gonna tell me say Tinubu is better than Tinubu, not better reach anybody. Tinubu is the worst president we have ever in Nigeria experienced. So the man not just, in fact, God, if we now allow this man to continue, make it continue after 2027, Nigerians go suffer. Because what Tinubu is doing now is deliberately weaponizing poverty, you understand? So that in election time, anybody who manage seafood go happy, vote for him. And they've started it now. Can't you see how they are sharing money now? How people are staying on the queue to collect 3,000 naira? That's why they deliberately weaponize poverty. And it's affecting them. I don't understand where these people, these tribal big gods, and many of them, where they came from. Some of them on the comment section saying Tinubu must win. For real?
They are suffer never rich now. They are suffer never rich. Let me just thank Mommy D. Mommy Jasper, thank you for helping me with the link. Thank you so much, ma. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Mommy.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. I want to thank you, Madam Rita. Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you, my brother. Give us some other for coming to put your voice here. You know, I appreciate every one of you right there. Thank you so much, Mother Peggy Modi, for the super chat earlier on. I appreciate every one of you. My mother for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you. And my brother, Abo Azi. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Mother Peggy Modi, Mother Eugenia, Uyi Desmond, and many others right there. Thank you very much, everyone. God will bless you now. You guys remember that we have a donation that is currently going on, and the donation is very slow right now. Running a broadcast here with generator not cheap at all. It's not cheap. You know, please, you know, just imagine if we are doing it because of the money. You know, we've been on air since. The only super chat we got today is from Adapeg Mode. So that's enough for you guys to know that we don't come here because of what we are gaining. How we can have a better Nigeria, that's why we are here. But when it looks like the wonderful people that have donated, and some of you still lay back thinking that, oh, maybe they don't know what they are doing. They just want to have a better Nigeria. There's a lot of you as well that have not donated or not be part of this. You also want a better Nigeria, but how are you going to achieve it if, you know, we are not sacrificing and uniting and speaking in one voice? You know, like I've said so many times, if we now say now, Mr. Jonathan, to go to a Senate tomorrow, we'll buy ticket for them for 50 million. So now, so we go lose strength, get headache to raise 50 million. We are not united, though. Let's be honest. We are not. We are not. Because this is the first time I'm experiencing this for the past 10 years, to know that, you know, we have to raise 11 million naira for 1 month. Yes, that's where they go now. For 1 month. 2 weeks don't pass. So we are driving to 1 month the way they be so now. Where is the unity amongst us? Are we just going to fold our arms and be saying Nigeria will be better tomorrow? Don't you think we're supposed to have the power to choose who we rule or who will govern us? And the person who doesn't have anything, as long as he have integrity, then it's okay, let's sponsor this person. Don't you think so? We are not doing that. And it doesn't look like Nigerians can do that, though. This one don't open my eye now to let me know, say, you know, like say Nigerians can do that too. Let's be honest. Now I see why many of you now they criticize Peter Obi. Peter Obi not they give shishi. Peter Obi not give that. Peter Obi not they give this. So now in that month, now all of us go your day. You know they give shishi. You know they know how you want to support him to come and rescue you. Let's be united, my people. Let's be united. We are not. I don't know whether you get what they do will cause this one, so but we are not. Let's be honest. Nigerians can allow Nigeria to burn just because they invest for one person. I'm telling you. So if you go burn, make the country burn, what it concern me? Maybe because they hate one person. It's not working. It's not working. I know a lot of people love me on this platform. A lot. And some of these, a lot of people that love me are the ones that have showed themselves by donating so far. Apart from the donation, I know many people organically love me on this platform. If not that, I can wake up. I be more when they take decision without I don't look back. I'm that kind of person. I'm not telling you we'll close down our platform. I will not, but the most stressful thing I've ever engaged myself on in my entire life, now going live every particular time, every day. Uploading video is the easiest thing. I don't even need to do it myself. Do you know that the reason why you see that we are running live today, we don't have someone that we can employ to be doing this like before, because of the risk that goes with running live. There's a lot of risk that go with running live. There's no single risk in uploading videos, because once you upload it, nobody can enter inside the video. But this live, say I put one person for here now, say I have something I'm doing. Somebody comes and say he write Jonathan Kingsley. The person will say he go accept her in. He says, I'm so sorry, I thought it was Mr. Jonathan Kingsley. Or you see I'm Rita Adams. He'll say, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't know it's hackers. I thought it was Madarita. Well, I don't come. It happens before. Black Panther is listening to me there. Somebody came with Black Panther's name. Me particularly accepted the person in and he strike. This is the risk of life. There's nothing fun about life. It's just that he put pressure. He put these people under pressure, the satanic people, politicians. Please, guys, don't let us lose our live stream, because we are paying a lot to run live stream right now. If it was to be uploading video, I don't think we need anybody to support us to upload videos. Please, the people that have supported so far, God Almighty, now God bless all of you now. I'm very, very grateful. Some of you did it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. I want to say I'm grateful. But we are looking forward to announcing more names. I hope tomorrow is Monday. I really do hope that this week we can round this whole thing up. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all. And yeah, now we're on the draw the curtain. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Fingers crossed, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. If we can upload a pre-recorded video, we'll do that for you tomorrow. Good night, people, and bye for now.
Visa.
Thank you.